Hey, so I'm here to talk about decision making. Okay, when making a decision, especially like a big decision for your life or a major decision or a decision about your life path or what you want to do for your life, always consider the negative side of the path you're about to take. Let's say a career path, always consider the poison. Don't always fall for only the glitter, the glamorous side. For example, you want to be a musician and you're falling for the fame. The fame is beautiful. You want to be in the camera. Yeah, it's great. But can you handle the poison of being a musician? Can you handle the poison of being anything that you've chosen? You understand? So when you look at that poison, when you look at the negative side, when you look at the bad things or the things that are not really interesting around that sector, and you realize that it's actually something you can handle, then that is going to make it decision making the easiest step. Like it's going to make it very easy for you to choose that path that you're about to take. Oftentimes when people talk about anything in life, when they tell us about what to do for our life, they don't usually zero in on the negative side. They don't usually zero in on the bad things that surround a certain sector, that surround a certain career path. No, they want to motivate us, they want to inspire us using only the bright side. But before you decide to take that decision, can you make a little bit of research about what people go through? If you can look at people that haven't made it in that sector, I'll stick to like music, like the musicians that haven't made it yet, and you see the challenge they are going through, and you realize you can actually go through those challenges and handle it. It's not something that is, that is so strange to you. It's not something that you cannot handle. That is going to make your decision making very easy. But if you fall for the bright side of the decision you're about to make, like you look at the people that have made it in that sector, you're like, oh, I can do this, or I love this, it's glamorous, and you don't consider the negative side, you don't consider the struggles. Can you go through the struggles, the poison of it? You don't consider that. Now that is going to be quite hard for you to penetrate that sector. And let me tell you something, the most successful people are not going to come here and tell you what they've been through. Most of them won't. They don't owe you that. But you as a person, before you look at someone's success, before you look at the glamour, first want to know more about how it has come about, how they have come to be where they are. Because let me tell you something, most of these do even like the nastiest things, like the very ugly things, but they wouldn't love to tell you about that because that is not shiny. They only tell you about, the beautiful things, like, hey, I made it. Like, hey, the fame is here, I'm having fun, But they don't tell you about that bad things, like, or, that shit they have gone through, they have been through for them to penetrate and be where they are. They don't really go that deep into that shit, if you realize. So you as a person, you're gonna have to consider the shit, that not so interesting part about something you're about to do. Can you handle it? When you look deeply into it, can you truly handle it? I have given up on my dream of being a musician, or let's say I've paused it. I don't know, but I'm no longer pursuing music as per se. I've always wanted to do music ever since I was like 17. I've always wanted to be a musician. That while looking deeply into this music thing, I tried to put one step or two into this thing. Like I didn't just decide to leave it, but I took my time. I even tried to record a song and all that. The biggest issue for sure was everybody wants to sleep with you around. And no successful musician comes out to talk to you about how they really didn't sleep with anyone. Like everybody wants their story to be so pure, so bright. You get, no one tells you like the dirt that goes on behind the scenes. But in my country, Uganda, for you to be a musician, it's quite inevitable for you not to have sex with someone that you are not interested in, because from the very time you get out of your house to go and meet anyone in the music sector, having sex with you is something that is on their list. Like it's their number one. They are more interested in having sex than you, than anything else in this world. Like no matter how good you are, no matter how talented and everything you are, having sex with you is by different people especially in the music sector, is something that you kind of have to make peace with. You get. And people end up having like relationships with their like managers so that they can help them do the hard work. And I'm talking about love relationships, having sex. And for me, sex is not something I have with anybody. I'm not a hookup girl. I do have a boyfriend, so I definitely have those secret moments with my boyfriend, but I don't tend to share my body with just anybody else, especially when somebody tells me that they're going to help me get this. I don't believe that the power to being anything in my life depends on someone's having sex with me or not. So if a certain career path is going to require me to have sex with anyone for me to be able to penetrate, I am going to cut that and I'm going to try something else. You understand? So that is what that's really like talking about the poison of being a musician. Most of the people won't tell you about these things. Like everybody, especially the musicians that have made it in my country, they won't zero in on like what happens and what they really did to have that fame that they're having or they're bragging about. But I am telling you, are you ready to handle that? You know, before making any decision, can you make that research and see what people really go through? And when you're making your research, please don't come online. Don't come online to make research on like what musicians go through. No one is going to, especially the successful musicians or musicians that have made it. People glamorize something. People speak only about the shiny side because they don't owe you the drama. They don't owe you the nasty stuff they have been through. You get? So inquire from people. Go to people that have not yet made it in that sector, maybe failed musicians, and see what they go through, see their struggles. Now that is going to give you an insight on if you can handle whatever they are going through or not. Basically, that is it, and that is it for today's video. I hope you do learn something. Well, if you do, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and let's grow. Share this video to somebody who needs it, or somebody you know, because they might be in the process of making that big decision for their life, and they might need this video to be able to not make that mistake. You know, they might get something little from this video, and that's why we exist. What's the point of living if it's not helping each other grow and be better and do things that challenge us? And yeah, what's the point? Exactly. Now, I love you.